again with another live stream, and as you can tell, we are playing Bloodborne. Now, the title might be a bit confusing for some people who never really played this game. If you look at the stats here before you do anything with the characters, you can see we got the Vitality, Endurance, Strength, Skill, Blood Tinge, and Arcane. This will be a purely all echoes for levels are in Strength. Nothing else. So first off, we're going to start this off with, we'll keep it a male. We'll go young, origin. So if we're going to do this, we should start off with a pretty high level strength character. And I think the violent past would be best for that. Appearance, we'll just load one of my saves. Yeah, why not? Alright, name. What should we name him? Let me turn this comments off real quick. There we go, better. Let's see. Something masculine. Got it. We'll name him Armstrong. Bit of a play on words there. Alright, everything looks to be fine. Highest strength possible to start off with. It's going to give us low base everything else, but pretty decent. Alright, let me pull up the stream here so I can check your guys' comments out as you send them. Alright.
Good. All signed and sealed.
Skip the cutscenes. Just quick mention. This is not a walkthrough. By any means. You will see what I check and everything, but this is not a like 100% walkthrough or a like this is where all of the items are or the easiest way to beat the bosses. That is not what this is by far. There will be a lot of deaths and quite a bit of rage that comes from me during this walkthrough. Kind of. I just said it's not a walkthrough and then I call it a walkthrough. People usually run past this guy. I'm attempting to kill him, but I'm gonna end up dying before that. So I don't want to risk that. So I'm not. Is he following me up? He is. That's bad. That's bad news. Quickly pull that. Roll. Open the gate. Now he shouldn't follow us out of the gate. He usually doesn't, at least. Yes, he kind of just sticks back there. That's an interesting thing to note. Oh shit, he does follow you. Well, that's a first. I don't like that. I wonder when that was changed. How far does he follow us? Just to there? Okay, then I'm completely okay with that. As long as he ain't following me all the way. Roll past, roll past. Get a bit of a run here. So we're going to be going for that big gate shortcut before anything. talk to him, get his dialogue started. Alright, we're gonna run past these guys really fast. Those blood vials are going to come in handy here. Yep, see, just like that. Dodge and weave. Now we would usually attempt to take this dog out, but that's if we enter the sewers over here and grab the spear and everything beforehand. But we didn't. I don't know how much this torch will do either. I never try to kill him with a torch. Bad damage, I guess. We could take him out with it. It's gonna be a bit risky, but we can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh, shit. Nope, not dying. There we go. Now here's where things get difficult. You gotta make it past both of these guys. Past this dude down here, down the stairs. Up here, open this. Get through here. Grab this item, roll past him. Get up here, open this gate, and then as soon as you open this gate, he's gonna be basically on top of you, so you have to roll into the lantern, activate it. And I didn't get it in time. I had to get the yes on that. Oh well, we didn't lose anything really. We'll just be sent to the Hunter's Dream with the first video now still, which we would have gotten either way. But we got everything we wanted to before really too much time has actually passed. And of course I can't find the thing I wanted. Where did I put that? Right there. Skip this. It's not really important. There we go. Now, most people would already have one insight to use this doll to level up, yada yada yada. We're not going to do that. We're going to come here. We are going to grab the Hunter's Axe, the Hunter's Pistol, and while we're at it, we'll grab the Notebook. Seeing this is not a speed run, we can afford to grab that. We're not actually worried about that. Alright, so we're going to come down here. We're going to sell some items. We're going to sell our 18 pebbles. our 2 urns, purchase some items if we can. No. Yeah, that's what I needed them echoes for. Purchase more blood vials. Central Yarnum, seeing we got that lamp activated. And now we have weapons. Pick up that echo. Shoot, don't have my weapons equipped yet. Run from him as you do that. You do want to keep the torch equipped, however. 3 strikes, he dies. Alright, now we're just going to attempt to go open up all of the other shortcuts before we mainly do anything else. Get our first insight, all of the good stuff. So run past these guys, up this staircase here, so we don't have to go through that house again. Grab the cold blood here. One suggestion for anyone who is not, well, yeah, I guess I'd target new players with this little suggestion. Try not to use your insights for your cold bloods and Madman's knowledge, except for the first one that I'm about to show you to get, and maybe the first 2 cold bloods you get. The first insight you get, you're going to want to use. Other than that, try not to, because they will be very useful way later in the game, towards the end. If you don't get certain items, you can use insight to buy them, and they will help you big time towards endgame. And in New Game Plus. Yes. If I find a good place, I'll tell you, yada yada yada. Alright, so now we are going to get 2 things here. We're going to first drop to the left, run over, pick this item up. It's another cold blood. Run over here, don't worry about falling through that thin gap. This is basically impossible. Actually, I think it is impossible. I've never tried. We're gonna run up here, talk to her. She's gonna give us some Bold Hunter's marks. We're gonna immediately equip those, wrong button, to this slot here. Same with that. Now, this is where you gotta be careful. You don't want to fall while doing this, otherwise you might die. Yep, see? That's why you might die, right there. Alright, not a big deal. Heal up. Just try to dodge them as best as possible. And get to here, grab your knowledge, and escape. Get to this ladder here. Get up it as fast as possible. Now here comes the major issue. You have to get back past all of these guys really fast without dying. Up the stairs, which there could be an enemy either going up or down at the time. I think he is down, which is perfect for us. Get back up here. And now we have to cut down the next item without getting shot, which shouldn't be too hard. Yep, there it is. Trick here is to roll at a angle onto this, down to here, then here, pick up this item, roll, and now run along the right side until they move to the right side, and then you're able to run the opposite side and get out without an issue. Now we're going to take this around here as careful as possible. We're going to heal. Now if I do it on the first attempt, there won't be an issue. But I probably won't. If I did, perfect. Grab this item, roll off. Down into here. These guys will come alive after you pick up this item. Grab it, back up this ladder. And up this ladder. Now you will have to kill a couple enemies here, not too many. Just these birds, otherwise they will cause major issues like that right there. Extendo is fairly good here with your slam. You can keep your distance without having to actually get too close to him. Another Madman's Knowledge. For him to the opposite side here so we can get up that ladder without an issue. Because by the time he gets back here, we'll already be halfway up. Or all the way up. Okay, that works even better. Talk to her, get the music box by accepting her quest. That'll help on a boss later. Open up the gate. And we basically have all of the shortcuts activated. We just have to do one more thing, which is head back down the ladder. This is the dangerous part here, because he's going to stand at the bottom. There's a trick. He will start to climb up, climb down, kick him until he falls. Try not to fall yourself, though. My pistol. Now if we visceral him, he should fall back and down and die. Nope, he did not die. That's an issue. That is the first time I've had him not die. There he is. Pick up your 2 more blood vials. And down the ladder we go. Now we're just going to head back down the other ladder, and this will lead us back down to the main area here, where we can grab another 2 set of items here. Or 3 items. My bad. One of these off areas here will have it. I think it's the next one. Yeah, it's the next one down. Oh, come on, let me pass. There we go. Nope. Damn it. You guys are gonna really be this much of a pain. I do not have my other weapon equipped. There we go. Just skip past all these guys. Don't worry about them. There should be an item in here with 1 corpse dude. They only come alive usually if they're by an item when the item is grabbed. Ouch. So now we're gonna run down towards this giant pig. Now this is another tricky part. Run to the left item first, and then dodge around her. Pick up the Saw Hunter's badge. This will allow us to buy the Threaded Cane, which is the only weapon we don't have. Climb this ladder here. Pig will not follow. Now we gotta see if we can get this part to work properly. So once you get to the top of the ladder, don't fully come off of the ladder. Stop at the very last rung. Target the big guy so you can see his health bar. And give him a minute. Now if it happens, it did not. Shit, that's an issue. Alright, get up the ladder. Run past these guys. And we're heading back down towards this one lone dude here. Sometimes it'll take them all out, sometimes it won't. Charge attack him, kill him. Pick up any of the items that are here if you can without the bigger dude behind us following. Back up here, and this is all of the possible shortcuts unlocked. There is one more area and a couple more items that we have to grab from here that are important, which is fairly easy. It's just back up through the one sewers that we did not take the previous time. So we just run back through this house. You can open that door if you want, but it's not really necessary. You can open it really anytime you ever feel like you want to. So run back past these guys, back down here. They will follow you. Now most people will take the ladder here. I just roll and then step carefully here, then down here. There are no items down there, but there is one on a beam here, so you are going to have to take these guys out to do this accurately. Wait for this dude to attack. Visceral him. Should kill him. Yep. Get the items. Run across. You're going to want to take out the spear guy. Nope, this is not the spear guy. It's the other saw guy. Alright, that's fine. Usually I take out the spear guy second, but I forgot that he was on the left side, like the other guy. This guy is going to be the main issue, because he is very hard to counter. I think he only has one move that can be countered, and then you're going to want to roll up, get close, and hit him one time as fast as possible. There. And then that will cease him from being able to attack us anymore. Now, this is the other item I was talking about. There is a ladder back up, but always getting it on the first attempt is the best possible way. This is another cold blood. There's going to be another spear guy here. He will attack as soon as he sees you. Grab this, roll off, hit this beam, hopefully. And then your main goal is to roll and bounce off those and roll forward. And now that you have the other shortcut and that ogre dead, you can climb this ladder and use a bold mark to take you back to the first lantern. Now, a couple of the strats that I'm using here, like unlocking the shortcuts the way I am and using the bold hunter's mark like that, are a couple things that speedrunners do in their runs, but this is not a speed run. Otherwise I would be like probably 5 minutes behind the slowest speed run. Alright, so now we are going to deposit our cold blood, because we don't want to use them at this moment at least, and our 2 madmen's knowledge. Now you can use that before you enter here, level up, and be perfectly fine, but we're not going to. We're actually going to use our echoes and shards to level our weapon up here, seeing that will improve the strength. That is going to be the only other difference in this entire run, and then we're going to use the rest of our things here to buy blood vials. Now we're going to switch our bold hunters to our main bar. We're going to now run back to the first optional boss and fight him. I've actually never fought him as this level of a character. Am I level 10? I don't know if it's the same as the military veteran, which has I believe the highest number of echoes and vitality. Or was it skill? I don't remember. Let me check real quick. Yeah, level 10. Okay. So now we're just going to take the shortcut back through the house here. Up here to the left. Let your stamina regen before you get to these guys, because you're going to want to juke them out. And into the boss fight we go. There's only a couple things here that we're actually here for. One, it's the insight. Hunt her way quickly. Got it. That's all we really went there for, were the Quicksilver bullets and the insight. So now it's just the normal grind. Kill enemies, gain blood echoes. Grab all the other items that have been missed, etc., etc. Because I bet you can already tell that I've missed quite a few items, like the pungent cocktail there. Might as well do this for you guys. Give you guys a minute to be able to read that. Alright, good enough. And back up here. There will be two enemies, one hiding here. Ow. Hit him until I get my echoes back. Grab this item. He will hit you, most likely. Let him attack again. 3 tap him. Perfect. Yep. And now that we have all of these areas open, we're not technically required to fight these guys, but it would be easier. So you can get them to notice you and lure them down here if he's following me. Do I still have? I do have the one that I had. Perfect. Alright. Switch to this. Switch to this. Hit him with an oil urn, and then hit him with a torch. And that should deal significant. Nope, I guess not. Okay. We'll go with the old-fashioned way then. This is why you grab the Hunter's Axe first instead of the Saw Cleaver. Because you can get the Saw Spear like you've seen me do. And you then getting the Saw Hunter's Badge, which we got after running past the pig, will allow us to buy the Saw Cleaver and Threaded Cane. So they're not, Hunter's Axe is really the best for the start here. Switch to the Ogre, please. There we go. Back up. One tap the bird. He's gonna come. Hit him. Tap that. Perfect. And done. Now you can go back through the sewers, kill all the creatures in the sewers or whatnot, or you can run down through the bottom here, which that's weird. I've never noticed that. Only 3 people spawn in on that render. Oh, nope, right there's a 4th and a 5th and a 6th, including the dog. That is weird. I figured the sniper dude on the tower, like on the little cart there, would be one of the first people to spawn in. I guess not. Another good tip is, if you want to make sure that you have enough blood vials, these 2 dudes here, I'd say 99% of the time, drop blood vials. 2 every time, if I'm correct. So farming these dudes is a good idea, if you want to make, like, guarantee that you're gonna have blood vials for basically the rest of the game. And as you can see, they're not too difficult to kill. They're fairly easy. There's probably a more efficient way to do that, but at the start of the game, it's a very, very, very good way to get the vials that you're going to need for the bosses if you're new and you don't know if you're going to be able to actually handle the bosses. Like some people where they use no blood vials, the no heal speedrun, or the no damage speedrun. Those are some crazy things that I've seen. Some speedrunners are insanely talented. To be able to run this game with no hits taken. I mean, on my very first playthrough of this game, I went through and I probably died to every boss at least a minimum of 8 times. Even including the first boss, which is the one up on the bridge. Fuck, I forgot his name now. I just knew it. Oh well. Dodge him. Take him out before you grab this item, otherwise he will really irritate you. Another cold blood, level 1. Another tip for you guys who are probably new to the game if you're watching this. Another thing to remember is the numbers by an item aren't how many you have of them, it's the level of the item basically. So the cold blood with 1 in the parentheses is going to give me less echoes than the one with 2 or up. The one with 1 in there might give me 100 echoes, but the 2 might give me like 200, or the 500. Just stuff like that is something you want to make sure to pay attention to. Your one parry move. That's what I hate about you. Unless all of his moves are parryable, but I just don't seem to hit my shots accurately enough. Which could definitely be it. I won't even deny that. I am nowhere near a pro at this game. I can admit that much. But I will say, wonderful game. It took me forever to beat it. I think my main character, who is now in a New Game Plus, which I actually just completed, I'd say a week ago. So my first time beating the game is close to 100 hours. I'd say maybe a little over 100 hours. But this is a wonderful, wonderful game. Definitely worth the replayability that they really put into it. New Game Plus, just like the Dark Souls series is known, way harder than a new game, or a normal game. So yeah, one thing to remember, New Game Plus, I definitely suggest having a 10 plus weapon before starting one, and being I'd say at least a level 100 or up would be nice. I mean, it all really depends on your stat build. My character's mainly strength and skill. I did pump a little too much into my endurance, so that's a bit too high for what I needed it to actually be. But, like I said, that was my very first character. Didn't really know what I was doing there either. This is my blind playthrough. These guys will mostly be easy. There's only one enemy in this area that you should absolutely avoid fighting at all costs, but I'm going to fight him because I want to see if he'll drop me the item that I am seeking. Which we never actually opened up this shortcut right here, so that's the final one right there. That is this guy right here. You should mostly try to avoid this guy. He is what I consider the new player just turn off. He turns basically any new player to the game completely off from it because they think, oh, he's in the start area, he's going to be an easy guy to fight. He is nowhere near that. You see these guys way later in the game. It's a bit agitating with his moveset. Like that, yeah. If I were to have gotten hit by that, I would have died. See, like that. If I hadn't have just barely healed there. Do not let him get that hug on you. Being such a low level, that will insta-kill you. This is where most of your blood vials probably go. Visceral him if possible, if you do decide to take him on. Sometimes people use Molotovs against him. I don't really think it's that effective, actually. Maybe for people who haven't fought him before, it is. That was a pretty okay gem, I guess. So we're just going to kill this guy here, these two down the row, and then we're going to run back into Yosefka's clinic. We're going to kill that werewolf at the very start that we just completely dipped away from. Key thing to remember about this werewolf, though, after you kill him, he will not respawn. So he is a one-time creature. Ooh, that hurt. You can, in fact, kill him before you even leave this place. Once he lunges at you, if you have your bare fist out and you charge attack him from the back and hit his backside there, you can stagger him and do a visceral on him. It will take about 2 or 3 of those, depending on the character you chose at the start, to kill him. I believe it can take a little more than that, but it usually shouldn't take more than, I think, like 6. Or you can do what I did and wait until you're just farming for the echoes, go kill them, then you won't have to worry about them the rest of the game. Because at some point you can come back to Yosefka's clinic for some items. So now the doll's awake. That is a fun thing.
And I will channel them into your strength.
I did not want to sit down, but okay.
You will hand beast
another key thing, seeing Bloodborne is a PlayStation 4 exclusive. If you hold X, your emotes here that they show you, let me get out of her chat. You hold X and do the controller icon there, and your character will actually do them. Like, let's see, sit. No, sit will be too difficult. I don't even know how I do sit half the time. The very last one, the wave. Hold X, flick controller to the left, and I bowed. See? It's weird. See? Yep. That is the weirdest and fucking hell. That's what I'm saying.
See, like, there's no really rhyme or reason to what actually happens here. We are going to accept the bells here and the old hunter's bell here. Now, there's a couple more bells you can get, or another bell, the small resonance bell, to help other hunters in their world, but you need to buy it. I don't really suggest doing that unless you want to play with friends or just help random people out after you get so far into the game and you're overpowered. Key thing to remember, your level is scaled to theirs. So if you're trying to help someone in a newer part of the game, it is going to be harder for you to help them because your level is going to be scaled more towards theirs. Purchase items. I thought, wait, was I in sell items? Okay, that made no sense. Keep your pungent cocktails. The only thing you should really sell is maybe this gear after you take it off and change it out, which I need to do. Oh, I need to equip that too. Alright, perfect. And then, like I said, nope, don't want to reawaken. Sell the gear here, get some more echoes. Wish I'd remember that beforehand. Now basically it is time to go fight the first boss. No, not vitality. I can level up one more time. 1400.
Farewell, good hunter.
Alright. See, it's good to save your echoes, or Cold Blood do, and not use them to get the echoes from them yet. Because I probably have 10,000 echoes sitting here right now, which is a very, very useful thing. But if I get stuck in a boss, or I get stuck in an area where it's harder, and the enemies in the lower areas aren't giving me enough echoes fast enough to level up, then I can pop one or two of those to get up to that next level. And hopefully that level will be enough to bump me up enough to be able to beat the boss. Or kill the enemies in the area to level up again a couple times to beat the boss. Alrighty. So now we're just going to run past everyone. We don't want to gather a bunch of echoes just in case we die to the boss here. Because you'll notice it's a lot less frustrating dying to a boss if you don't have echoes, like a bunch of echoes on you. Now, if I had like 20k echoes and I died to this boss, the I was right. I was thinking the cleric beast, but I didn't feel like I was correct there, so I didn't say it. Then you will feel a lot more agitated than if you didn't. So it's always best to try to keep as little echoes on you as possible. Now, you don't want him to grab you. That is a very bad thing. Charged attacks really aren't that good either, but I'm me and I do dumb shit while playing this game. That's why I make it so hard on myself. Now, you can stagger this boss by attacking him at his feet. Alright, so this is where he's going to do his jump. Or no, that's his grab. That's what you do not want to get caught by. There's his jump. Hit him in the back. Try to stay behind him most of the time. He will do that, like, flip around there. And there's his first attack. Heal up. I try to stay healed throughout the entire fight as much as I can, unless I know that it's not worth it. Like, that little bit of health that I have gone there isn't worth wasting a blood vial. It's just not. So I do have my 5 extra bullets here that I can use while he's doing his thing there. Ooh, yep, see, like, this right here is a heal. A must heal. You can roll through quite a few of the boss attacks that these guys throw out, which is a nice feature, because it allows you to get away from quite a bit, actually. Right here's the visceral that I was talking about on him. During certain movesets, you can visceral him, and then... yeah, that's some damage. That's a blood vial heal there. Ooh, I almost got myself caught in his grab there. That would have been very bad seeing how low we got him. So now that he's this low, he's going to just start spamming attacks at you. Just stay healed up. Don't worry about wasting blood vials at this point. Just make sure that you don't get caught up in his spam attack there. That'll give us the Sword Hunter's badge. Don't remember what that... I think that allows us to get a specific weapon. Activate this lantern. One other keynote, I will definitely claim that this is a pro tip. If you're playing online, leave lots and lots and lots of useful notes. See, because here it says take a step forward. Not really too useful because it is the boss fight. As soon as you get to about, I think here, maybe a little bit farther back, like here, he spawns and jumps in. So this note has no use, so I'll rate it foul. But if someone rates your note fine, and you are in the middle of a boss fight or anything and your health is low, your health will be completely maxed out. Completely healed. So, having as many notes as possible while online and playing will, in fact, save your life sometimes, or save you blood vials, because you'll be low, and you'll be like, I don't really need to heal right now. I'll heal if I get hit one more time, and then you don't even get hit, and then bam, someone rates your note, and you're max health, and you're like, okay, well that saved me 3 blood vials, or 4 blood vials. I was just about to heal. It can be very useful. We don't currently need these on us right now, so we'll drop those in there. Anything else we don't need on us? Nope. Alright, so now we have 4 insight. That is a plus. We are going to want to drop those into our abilities here. Give me 2 levels. Alright, perfect. So now we're also going to want to equip the music box, Molotovs, and we're going to head to the, which would be the fastest way? Central Yarnum. We're going to move on to the second boss, and then this that would be the end of the video. I didn't expect the first boss to die so fast. I honestly expected to die to that first boss at least once. But that is the plus side about leveling up before you face the bosses. Now, as I said, farm these guys for blood vials, farm everyone in here for echoes. That'll always work. Step into the elevator, which you should have unlocked earlier if you were following the video / stream. Trick here, stand behind the pressure plate. So just in case if you die, you can roll out and it'll send it back up, so you won't have to wait for it to come back up later and possibly get ambushed from behind by those ogres. So now if you're careful enough here, you can line all of these guys up perfectly with just enough time for this, and then bam, all of them are dead. free echoes, free blood vials. Now, there is one more item that we have not grabbed from here. They're gonna queue up. I did not expect that to work in my favor. Switch back and up we go. It is going to be up to the right along with 2 enemies. Now if you're careful enough, you can sneak up on these guys and I believe get a visceral off on one of them. Yeah. Which you can stun and stagger the other one, and that'll allow you... It will allow him to get at least 1 hit in on you. Heal, damn it. I have no clue how I missed that. Okay then. Alright. Now, he should drop, yep, 2 blood vials. This is 2 more Bold Hunter's Marks, which are very useful. If you want to, this area can come in useful later on for a exploit, but we will not be using that during this series. It's a very cheap way. This is Father Gascoigne. This is the boss that the music box will be very, very useful against. Play it here. It will phase him. Get up behind him. Hold R2 down. Damn it, that did not work. Music box. Get behind him. Hold R2 down. Before he moves. Perfect. Music box will work on him all the way up until he turns into beast form, and then it will only work once on him. Which, did he already transform into beast? That's new. I have not had that happen before. He is the most dangerous in his beast form. 100% the most dangerous. He can one-hit you. Fire is especially effective seeing he is a beast now. So, Molotovs are perfect here. Try not to get caught up on these tombstones here. Yeah, see, he's just demolishing me now that he's in beast form. Oh, I'm alive. No clue how I'm alive. He's just demolishing everything now that he's in beast form. And I'm dead. Yeah, I've never had him transform that early. That's new. Okay then. Usually he transforms once I get him down to like 1/3 of his health. Not barely over halfway. Ooh. Okay then. We will attempt it one more time. If we do not win, then that will just end the stream there, and he will be the next boss we fight at the beginning of the video. Yep, see, here's the elevator so we don't have to wait. Very useful trick. Most people will probably run back down through and up the ladder there on the left side here to why is it taking him so long to light that? Those. Yep, see, now that we have already grabbed all the items and everything, we have no need to really fight these guys. We're just gonna head straight into the boss fight over here. I don't know if it's 100% true, so don't completely quote me on this, but I've never had a boss pick up my blood echoes before. As soon as you get in here, roll. He will shoot his gun, which will probably be one of the most maddening things in the entire world to you. I want to find my echoes real fast. Pick those up. Most people tend to try to fight him up here. It is a very useful tactic because there's plenty of areas to hide and not get shot. Another thing is there's the girl's mother's brooch up here. That is something you will want to grab. There are two different things you can do with that. I don't know if he dropped down. Yeah, he did. There are two different things you can do with that item. Yeah, see, he's just gonna spam his pistol here, which is, like I said, annoying. His charged attack through the ground is really his most powerful attack that you have to watch out for. Ooh, I did not want to roll on you. I want to roll away from you. Yeah, see, I just completely juked that attack. You can pass through his shots. Get the visceral on him. Heal, because I feel like he's going to go to that beast form as soon as possible again. Get another visceral on him.
What's that smell? The sweet.
Hit him with 2 mollies.
Oh, it seems
Now
to
this is where his most annoying phase comes in, because he gets some mad range on you. One thing though, seeing you did choose the hunter, if you did choose the hunter's axe like I have here, you do deal more damage to him because he is a hunter, and that is, the hunter's axe does deal more damage to hunters. So it is something definitely worth noting. Oh, why are you not transforming? Usually you would transform about this time. Maybe here. Definitely don't want you to be close to me when you transform. Couple times, good timed Molotovs will kill him here. Yep. There he goes. So now you have two options. You can either take the mother's brooch. Don't know how to pronounce that actually. I believe it's brooch. No clue. Back to the daughter. Or you can, in fact, just crack it open. Well, let me open this gate first. Like this here, to get a gem out of it, which you can use to apply onto your weapon, which is what I'm going to use it for. Now that we have that tool, we can. Last tidbit, now that we are now into the brand new area. We have defeated all the bosses in the start area. I believe we have either collected 99 or 100% of all of the items in the start area. If I have missed one, let me know down in the comments. I would be very curious to see where. Light this lantern here. And then you can talk to this guy here, or you can kill him and get an item that is useful way later in game, like pretty far late in game, I'd say. It's in this area, but you wouldn't usually find it unless you're actually looking for it, which I will be showing you that in this series. We will head back to the Hunter's Dream, and that is all for today. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, hit the like button. If you did not enjoy, hit the dislike button. As always, all of your guys' feedback is welcome. If there's anything you would like to see or know about the game that I could possibly know, I don't know everything about the lore and all of that. I know a little bit. Then leave the question down in the comment section below, and I will attempt to answer it to the best of my abilities. But that's all for now. I will holler at you guys later.